we doing? How has my week been? It's been all right, but I burnt my finger really badly doing dinner, and tell you what, it is not it is not a great time over here in JHQ. It's quite a bad burn. What did you buy, Wolf? Is this because you've like finished your exams and stuff? You kind of splurging. Yeah, there is. Oh, what's your Frank Stone? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Howdy, inadequate. How you doing? 9 months. That's a stream baby right there. Finish school? Hell yeah. Hell yes. I don't know why the quote thing didn't work. I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't know if I deleted the only quote there was. Okay, I did. That's why. Yeah, that is actually a game that I am very tempted to buy. Space Marine 2. I've only heard good things about it, and I enjoyed Space Marine 1, and you guys seem to enjoy me playing Space Marine 1. So that's a big plus on two counts. Also, the fact that you can paint your own. I think you can paint your character in the campaign as well, which is nice. It doesn't have to be an ultramarine, a smurf, which is nice. Also, I mean, 30 FPS is more than fine. Like, personally, I really only feel like you're gonna notice 60 FPS if you're really kind of like leaning in and checking it out. And particularly for a single player game, yeah, not too bad. I've heard a bit of mixed things about the casting of Frank Stone. That's that new kind of interactive story one from those guys. No, I mean there's so many things going on screen, right? It's a proper Tyrannid invasion of like, millions and millions of enemies. It's the same people that did World War Z, if I remember correctly. Or at least it's the same technology. I'm sorry to hear that you've been having a rough time, Inadequate. Also, I didn't mention it before, but congratulations on finishing school, Wolf. It must be nice to have that kind of done and dusted. Yeah, same. I mean, it's already blistering up. What I did, I'll say what I did. You know those microwave meals where like the plastic is almost like vacuum sealed in, um, and then when you microwave it, it expands. So I did that once, and it didn't seem to expand at all. So I took it out, and then I nuked some frozen vegetables in a bowl. Then I took those out, and then I put the microwave meal back in for another 2 minutes. So this would be 7 minutes in total, maybe eight. And then it did puff up. And I was like, okay, good, that's good. We can open it. And then when I went to open it, I don't know if it's because I opened it at the meat side or I don't know. In any event, when I opened it, that little part, that's all the steam came out, and that was it's super hot, like really hot. Yeah, it's not fun. It's it's stinging quite a bit. I currently am only using my left hand because my right hand is currently encased in an ice thing. Yeah, well, not to break the immersion, but I don't. I have the flesh and blood fingies that my mum gave me because they're a gift. This just happened, indeed. Just happened like uh what's the time now? About an hour ago. Shadow, how you doing? I'm glad that you've decided to have a good day today, Inadequate. I hope that you're able to follow through on that. Yeah, I don't know how long tonight's stream will be because of this uh this burned finger. I don't know how much I'll be able to pull the trigger on the controller. Because I know it's weird. I know you've mentioned it before, if Wolf. It's weird that I use my index finger to pull the trigger on the Xbox controller. But it's what I do, and it's the one I've burnt, my index finger. It has been kind of cold. It's been nice, actually, to be honest. Unfortunately, it's going to, warm up because it's coming into later spring and, summer after that and what have you. But it has been nice to have like 18 degrees again for a little bit down here. It was pretty windy today. Oh, how did you lose a tooth, Shadow? Who did he get into a fight with? An Alan Wake pacifist run. I mean, there's got to be someone who's. There's so many things that people have done, right? There's got to be someone who's done a pacifist run of Alan Wake. What did you do to lose your tooth? Oh. Hmm. Hopefully it's not the sign of something else then. Sign of something that's kind of forced the tooth out or some such. So when's the doctor's appointment? I mean, sorry, when's the dentist appointment? And are you going to get a gold tooth to replace it? I mean, that's the next most important question. Does it hurt too much? I mean, that's the next most important question. Ah, yeah, I didn't think about Foxy. I was just thinking about how gold teeth are kind of cool slash funny. I don't know if I'd ever get a gold tooth myself. Okay, well, this is painless. But yeah, not ideal. Uh, yes, you left when we were in that uh when we were in that Night Springs episode, right? As what's he Faden? Yeah, so well, we finished it. We found her brother slash Alan Wake in the box, surrounded by coffee cups. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Then what else did we do? Well, we finished that, and where I left it off. We just finished the another Night Springs episode where you played as the sheriff, playing as Tom Breaker. Is that right? Something like that. Um, as like I did grab the shotgun as you suggested, and we had just finished interrogating Thomas Zane, and I think we'd shot him actually, and we were now going to um, find another murder scene to try and find, I guess, Parliament Tower again, and get out or something like that. The usual stuff. Oh, and we got threatened by Mr. Door as well to be careful about the next time it came through. I find it interesting. I don't know if it's I think it's interesting in that it's very much a like appropriate given that he is a crime author. But it's interesting. Does your mum know that you've lost a tooth, Shadow? Or is this going to be a big surprise for her while you taxi her about? I did my electoral my democratic duty. I voted in my council elections early there tomorrow. but I didn't feel like I've got time, so did it early. My Manda is doing fine. She's recovering well from the second. She's recovering a lot better, to be honest, than she did the first time around from the second surgery. But she said she's feeling that same pain in her left ankle coming back. So we'll kind of hold off the ticker tape parade for a little bit. We're not entirely certain if it's all done or if it might be coming back. But they ended up taking out, apparently, because the doctor took a photo of it and she saw it this morning. They took out a piece of bone. I think it must have been bone that looked kind of like a shark tooth, so kind of like a triangle, I guess. That was about 2 centimeters wide and then 1 centimeter long. So that was probably explaining at least part of it. From what I can gather, it seems that a lot of the stuff is also very. I mean, it's all to do with nerves and stuff, right? So it's. I don't know how much of it is like an instant reset of things, or if there is like this element of, it takes a bit of time, that kind of stuff. I'm not sure, but she's doing well. Spirits are relatively high. They were higher last night, maybe because she was still kind of on morphine a little bit, but also because that pain in her ankle hadn't come back. That turned up about 3 p.m. today, apparently. So we'll see what happens over the weekend. I've got a church thing in the morning, but that finishes at 1 p.m. and I'll visit her after that, and we'll have more information to give you tomorrow. But things are going well, Inadequate. Thank you for asking. I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm really not that good at brushing my teeth. I brush my teeth every night, but I'm nowhere near as regular at brushing them in the morning. I haven't really. I'm not really sure about the next stream game. Part of me wants to have a look at like the truck simulator games, but there's a whole bunch of games that could be interesting. I also don't want to get into anything that's going to be too time consuming. Oh, I don't think I've ever flossed in my life, Shadow, which is really bad because IRL, my two front teeth, like the bunny teeth, the two ones at the front, one of them is kind of right has and always has. I can't really do this with the tracking. Kind of rides over the top of the other one and like sits on it. Sits right against it. So it is kind of a just asking for having stuff caught in there. But I think I'm fine because they are so tightly against each other that you just can't get anything in there. So I think so far at least it's been fine. It's actually been my back teeth that have been the ones that have had to have like cavities and stuff done. I do need to get better at brushing my teeth in the morning, but the trauma of waking up is just too much that I need to like I don't know how to describe it. Just need all that time to just kind of process the fact that I'm awake and then get out of bed into the car. And I don't have time to brush the teeth. I used to be all right. I used to be better at kind of eating that dental gum, like extra gum that is in theory slightly good for your teeth. At least, not terrible for your teeth, apparently. So I try and have some of that when I get to the office, but I haven't done that all year, I don't think. Oh dear. What I should do is I should actually take some painkillers for this thing, and maybe put a band-aid on it. I don't know if the pressure is going to be a good thing or a bad thing though. Oh, you're a big gum man, are you? Oof. Well, I mean, apparently, Shadow, your teeth are falling out. Not a great indicator. Do you have a favorite kind of gum? Out of curiosity? And did you bring enough for the class? So I've put a band-aid on it. I can't say it's helping. Well, I've put a band-aid on it now. It just feels incredibly, like, hot and stingy. But I think that's just going to be how it is, at least for the immediate future. I'm going to go take some painkillers, some Nurofen or whatever. I'll run an ad. We'll come back here in 3 minutes' time, and then we'll jump over to Mexico and go get this Evo unlocked. Alright, let's get these ads going on. I'll meet you back here, alright, guys? Like here? Right here? Alright, I'll see you in a bit. I have returned. Watermelon. Not a huge fan of watermelon. I don't know why, I just never have liked it. I mean, back to the question about what the next stream game could be. It could be things like Expeditions could be a one to look at. There's also a game called Space Trucker, which might be a kind of stopgap towards. I'm almost certain we've got antiseptic cream. The question is whether I have antiseptic cream. Let's have a quick look while Forza loads in the background. Okay, so no antiseptic cream. But what we did have in the Jow fridge is some aloe vera gel, which is normally used, well, normally I use it for sunburns. And what's a steam burn if not a sunburn that's a little bit wet? Right? So it's gotta be the same kind of thing. It just means I've got to take off this plaster, that's all. burnt skin's a little bit tender. Gotta optimize the PC though. Is this the first VTuber to do medical attention live on the stream? Surely not. I mean, if I'm breaking new ground for VTubers, you guys need to up your game. I don't know if you were here for it, but yeah, this is a steam burn in particular. So we've got the Evo 3 from 95 to unlock. Next week it's the WRX 22. After welding. Where does the steam come from? A Chaser GT twin turbo, I imagine, from 91. That's another Toyota. That's the one that I'm actually looking forward to. The Volvo C30P. In fact, that's the only one I'm looking forward to this week. Sorry. This month. I don't particularly care for the new WRX or whatever. Out comes another plaster, another band-aid. Okay, hold on. Okay, the aloe vera is probably going to hinder adherence. So we should be alright. Okay, that's pretty good review if you're actually looking to get one. I mean, they're not terrible. The real thing that sucks about Band-Aids is the inability for them to last very long. Particularly if you're showering with them. They seem to come off so easily. Either that, well, they come off really easily, or they never leave your skin. It's no in between. It's one or the other. I didn't actually check what we were doing tonight. UK rally race. Okay. B700 UK rally race to be precise. Well, this one's my trigger finger. This is the right index finger, so we'll see how she survives Forza. Sort by country. United Kingdom. We get an Elan. That could be interesting. B700. We've had this discussion before, Wolf. Or we could go for a Reliant. That could be funny. Would it be helpful to the team? Almost certainly not. Would it be funny? Quite probably. There's also the Corsa. That could be good too. I'm dumbfounded that you use your middle finger for the trigger. Okay, down the volcano. Okay, that's good to know. We want a long gear ratio for that. We could do like Heartbeat and get the Mark II Jaguar. Or we could break out the Bentley. That could be really funny. There's a lot of funny cars in this one that we could choose. We could go the James Bond route and go for the DB5. Not ideal. That's why it's so lucky we've got our roving reporter here at the barracks to report in and tell us what they have encountered. I think we try and do James Bond. The name's Bond. Off-road Bond. So I think we'll probably want all-wheel drive. Isn't the Austin Powers car an E-Type? Let's have a look. Hold on, because I am always a fan of an E-Type. Oh, wrong way. Do I have a spare E-Type around? The Speedster, that may be fully upgraded though, so we could have a look at that too. Oh. We could do Mark II. I've got to have an E-Type. I've got to have at least one E-Type. Got any number of Lotus Elans. Where is the E-Type? Here we go. But did they do well on their cottage? Okay, I still think we want to do the same basic route. Four-wheel drive. Probably leave it with us. No, we probably want the upgraded powertrain. Travel safe, cat. Keep that badge. Get some downforce. Let's have a exposed buttocks. Probably off-road tires are gonna be fine. I mean, you know, sometimes it's just gonna happen that way, unfortunately. It'll make the next podium all the sweeter, though. There we go, that's kind of like what we're replacing. Good old 18-inch off-road wheels. Just as Mr. E-Type intended. Okay, good to know. I don't know if I do. Then again, I haven't really done much with the barn find, so I may. Let's go for a 10 speed. Why not? And off-road diff. No, we probably want a race diff, actually, because off-road diff is like 100% everything, right? I don't think we want that. We can't afford to go carbon ceramics, so why not? Live a little. Oh, air filter. Ah, well, didn't make too much of a difference, but we're right 699. That'll do nicely. Yeah, that's what I mean, but the presetting is 100%. And for whatever reason, that's enough to put me off it. Even though, in reality, it means nothing. That should do fine. Get a bit more toe. down, turn that down. Okay. Well, do we want to try and do an Austin Powers car? What does the Austin Powers car look like, even? Wrong window. Right window. Austin Powers car. Is it just the Union Jack? Yeah, it looks like it. There's Mr. Powers in the car. Okay. Well, that clarifies things. It makes it a little bit more difficult. Unless we just look up a design thing for it. We can't be the first people who... Nope, I didn't want that. I wanted that. We can't be the first people who wanted the Union Jack on the E-Type to mimic either Austin Powers or just old Blighty. Any second now, in your own time, Forza. I think it's like a default for a lot of the new minis. There it is. Don't like the Union flag tail lights. Apparently in the new minis you can customize the tail lights because it's like an LED matrix. So you can like choose which ones are the indicators and what have you. But I didn't like the Union Jack tail lights. I thought that was just a bit too cute by half. They were just trying a bit too hard with that one, I thought. Gee, it's a really detailed design. I hope by doing that I didn't remove that design. I did. Gosh darn it. Oh, now I didn't actually notice that before. We have a predicament. Do we want a Powers Union or the Shaguar? Surely the Shaguar, just because it's a funnier name. Yeah, the Shaguar. Yeah, I thought so, Wolf. I thought so too. Okay, well that's that.
Hola! Want to play hide and seek?
Let's not
Bring
and say
5
we
of
did.
your friends and meet me here.
I'm gonna set a route here just to spite you. It seems that way. Oh, I have to go and do it. Fine.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn left.
I would love to have a mini as a project car.
To do so.
A while ago now, I discovered the it wouldn't have been an original Austin Mini, but it was one from '94, so it was definitely kind of the direct lineage of the original minis. But this had an automatic gearbox. I can't remember if it was a 4-speed or a 5-speed. But already that's a big improvement because it means I can drive it. And I was like, this could be cool. It's just a question of whether I can actually get in it. My mum did say that I did mark the hide and seek stuff, but I don't have to go to it. I'm just worried that I will have to go to it eventually. But I don't think I will I? What the hell? Let's just jump in the festival and see what happens. That's a future Jow/stream problem. I think the dream for me would be to do some sort of, I guess, retro mod or something like that for a mini. I think I'd probably try and like get a Polo GTI or something and put a mini on top of it. I mean, I say I'd be worked on it, but I'm also conscious of the fact that I just might not. I do seem to have a tendency to kind of have these grand ideas of what I'd like to do and then just like end up not doing them. Welcome to Secret Service. Well, it's a good job we're in the Shagua. They'll never see us coming. The name's Powers. Austin Powers. Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious start, right? Work with what you've got. I mean, it wouldn't even have to be like a huge mod. I could just simply get different hubcaps and that would still be a mod for that car. Because I got the same hubcaps it came with. And luckily, in an impressive way, I've still got those hubcaps. Because the curb does sneak up on me sometimes. How are you the fastest now, Wasabi, apart from the fact you're a cheater, which is obviously cheating? How are you doing, Wasabi? How's the week been? Look at these peasants in their non-customized cars. At least we've got Mr. Bean. I am the fastest now. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I imagine the Vauxhall Monaro would actually be pretty good for this. That's a pretty good car from what I've heard overall. And I haven't had bad experiences with it myself, so I do believe that. Well, yeah, there's that too, though. It's probably a lot better at A-Class, as we're seeing right now, as the Shagua takes the lead. Thank you, Ranger Rover. Being outshagged. Oh yeah? Does anyone have any big plans for the weekend, speaking of time and the concept of it? I really don't. I do not have many plans at all. I unfortunately have a church thing tomorrow. It starts at 9:30, so I can't sleep in as much as I would like. But such is life. Play Warhammer, a good plan. A good plan to play more Space Marine. Ooh, a dinner party. Fancy. Being blasted. Do you have any idea what color you're gonna paint it out of curiosity, Shadow? You're gonna paint it red so it goes faster? Black. Oh, that actually makes sense. Are you gonna have a red leather interior out of curiosity then? Or are you gonna do anything to the interior for that matter? Yeah, very on brand. Classy. Do you have plans on doing that, or are you just going to keep the interior kind of as is? Okay, I probably should use the gearbox a bit more than just letting it redline. Dr. Figueroa, or whatever his name is up there, is kind of gone, it seems. Yeah, Shadow, pick the good one to import. Come here, Pablo. That is in fact your real name. Oh, getting the W for the Shagular, come on, baby! Shall we shag now, or shall we shag later? Yeah, baby. What was the first car? I feel like you've mentioned this before, but it would have been a while ago at this point. '77 Trans Am. That's not Kit, is it? I was close. Smoking the Bandit. Is that what it was? I said that unprompted, of course. Yeah, I think the Monaro didn't know what it was in for. Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be a lot like that. I think we discussed this before not long ago, but it seems like people have realized what things are worth a lot more now. Or like feel the need to make money off of their, second-hand things a lot more now. So the cars are going for a lot more. Oh, don't get me wrong, the Shagular went hard. I can't take any credit for the victory. It was all the Shagular. But I do think that the Monaro did not anticipate it to be dirt. Oh wait, no, what? The Monaro's still here. You lied. Oh, DNF, sorry. My mistake. I thought for some reason I read that as left. Even though DNF has only one letter in common. Yeah. Without the swingers on the front, that adds like, I don't know, 100 horsepower? Maybe more. Ooh, hiccups. Oh, yawning. Oh, let's all go here at Chow HQ. Ah! Go, Bean, go. Now the question is, are you going to put a PlayStation 2 or GameCube in the car or in the boot on which you can play Underground 2? A la Pimp My Ride. But how are you going to play Underground 2 when you're out of the house? Yeah, we heard you were English, so we put a snow cone machine in your thing. We don't know why, to be honest. I'm thinking about it now. Pimp My Ride and Austin Powers existed at the same time. I'm disappointed that they didn't do some sort of cross-promotion. Beating machine and chandelier. Huh. Okay. I mean, honestly, Pimp My Ride is just a fever dream. The stuff they do in that show is just so bananas. Like, why in the hell is this at all useful? I mean, as a lot of the contestants have pointed out, and I think comes up every time we talk about Pimp My Ride, which is honestly surprisingly a lot. They're still the same rust bucket, basically. It's just got a sewing machine in the back now because the lady who owns it likes sewing. Or a bowling ball machine because the lady in the back likes sewing. Sorry, a bowling ball machine in the back because the lady likes sewing. Not the lady in the back. There isn't a kidnapped woman in the back who likes bowling. Well, I don't think so, at least. I feel like that's kind of tame for Pimp My Ride, though. An ungodly subwoofer, I feel like is kind of pretty banal, honestly. No, probably not. Yeah, no mechanical stuff done. I don't even know if there's any guarantee that they've even done like a once-over on the vehicle itself in terms of like, I don't know, making sure the pistons are good or the spark plugs are all firing or anything like that. I know there was definitely one time where, for whatever reason, they just couldn't morally pimp the ride, so they just gave them a new Honda Civic or something. Because it was that busted. Oh, okay. I've not read into it, so this is all like third-hand information for me. I was under the impression that they just kind of gave them a stock Civic, like, dog, your car was so busted that we just got you a Civic. Honestly, the biggest betrayal was the fact that it's not their house that X to the Z exhibit turns up at. It's a house that they've rented. Ah, beans. I hadn't noticed that until you mentioned it, Wolf. That's not ideal! Looks like we're going to a thrilling shootout. Sudden death. Mr. Bean really fell behind for some reason. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one reason why I could not do reality TV. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, it's X to the Z. I'd be like, oh hey X, how you doing? Nice to see you here. You want my whip? Yeah, the Monaro dude is not doing well. He is doing a disservice to this national vehicle. I feel like I've definitely seen at least one episode where, I don't know if it was the contestant, I can't remember precisely if it was the contestant, but I'm almost certain that X, as an X to the Z exhibit, was not a fan of what they did. Like, you could see on his face that he was second guessing the decisions they made. that led them to this point. There is actually a Pimp My Ride game. I think it's for the PS2. I should try and do that. I should try and, like, emulate that or something. Because I imagine that would suck. Because there's going to be an inherently... It's either going to be really short and really detailed, or really long and just very, like, surface level. Because half of Pimp My Ride is just putting... As we've established, putting the most bonkers things you can possibly imagine on a whip. Damn it, Bean! Yes, I haven't... There is a YouTube video in my just enormous watch later list, which details the abomination that was the English version. Ow, ow. Actually, now that I think about it, the one version I would actually like to see, the Japanese version. I am almost certain it doesn't exist. I've never heard of it. I'm just making it up. But a Japanese version of Pimp My Ride would be fascinating. With all, like, the Bo Suzoku influence and stuff like that. I think it'd be really interesting to see what a Japanese car would look like. They would probably ruin some JDM classics, almost certainly. But if they at least do it comedically, I can let it slide. The thing is, I don't know if they would ruin some JDM classics, though. I'm not sure. But I feel like it'd be very different, a Japanese Pimp My Ride. Firstly, I think it's pretty safe to say that they'd have that... Oh, yes, there is, isn't there? And I guess there's also, like, Pimp My Bike, right? Wasn't that, who was that mob that was doing... Oh, American Chopper. That was kind of like a Pimp My Ride kind of situation. Because a lot of those bikes were just like, I would never be seen dead riding that thing. Just apart from the fact I would be dead riding that thing, because I can't ride a motorcycle. Sorry, Lyric. I think you could do a lot with Pimp My Truck. Like, there's a lot of surface area to pimp in a truck. You can fit a lot of TV screens to play Need for Speed 2 on a truck. We do classy upgrades. Instead of an enormous subwoofer, we've got an enormous decanter for your whiskey in the back. Instead of really big screens, we've got really small screens. You want an oversized engine? Forget about it. We did, we clutched it out. Thanks to the Range Rover here. The power of the Jaguar. I mean, that's a pretty sick slogan. West Coast Customs. Putting your imagination to death. Speaking of Jaguar, I could not care less. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite in that sense, in that I'm often like trying to get rid of cars to barn gift. But I just can't be bothered to accept the barn gift. Actually, what am I doing following the road in the Jaguar? Where are we going? Over there. This is what Austin sees. It is on his way to shag your mum.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I mean, does removing them actually do anything? Like, in terms of... Obviously, it gets rid of them from the garage, but does it give you any currency or anything like that? It is a lot more comfortable to have the wheel on this side, definitely. No, I didn't think so. In that sense, I'm happy to give it to the, as Shadow put it, the recycle bin. Just in the hope that someone wants it. Because not everyone's going to be, not quite as, I wouldn't call it obsessive, but, I don't know, consistent as I am, where I'm playing it every week for 2 to 3 hours a night.
200 meters. Turn left.
On a Friday. So, I'm imagining that some people will want the, I don't know, one of the 24 Lotus Elans that I've got, as we saw.
Turn right.
How about you turn right, Anna?
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100
It's fine.
meters. Turn sharp left.
She's built for this kind of stuff. The Shaker was built Tonka tough. The stock Jaguar speedometer is not enjoying this, though. Sorry, tachometer is not enjoying this. Your prize cars, as in the cars that you unlock each week in the festival players? Or like how I just unlocked the Jaguar I-Pace.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, fair enough. I think now that I've got the 2,000... because there's like 2,000 car spaces, right? I'm not super fussed about it anymore. So I do have 3 I-Paces, so maybe I should be a little bit fussed about it. Okay, what whip do I want to take out? Let's start with the F-Type. I remember one stream probably a year ago at this point, I spent like almost literally half of it just sitting at the garage, moving things from the garage, from like my menu to the barn. I think it was like one Christmas where you got points for like gifting things out. Let's get that engine note. No, I mean, as they are literally all the same. And while I do think they look good as a car, and they are quite useful as a car to have in the old arsenal, there's no real point in having all the different ones. They are literally exactly the same. Ow. We are being defeated by this first corner, chat, and it is embarrassing. Out the way. What are is the Extreme E no longer a thing anymore, or have they upgraded to like newer versions of them? Extreme H. Is it hydrogen? Like, what makes it H? What I've heard, hydrogen is just really not that good as like a replacement fuel source. Like, it's really quite expensive. I mean, probably because there's literally no network to distribute it. It's nowhere near as energy dense as petroleum or electricity. They have to fuel up more often as well. I thought at one point it might be more powerful because the hydrogen does explode a little bit more violently, but apparently not so much. And also it's not quick to fill up from what I've heard. Because it's I guess in part because it has to be like pressurized. You don't just have a bag of loose hydrogen in the boot, you've got like a pressurized gas tank, which probably can't be great in fires either. But for whatever reason, Toyota, and to a lesser extent places like Hyundai, are all about it. Well, LPG was quite a big thing in Australia, autogas as it was called. A lot of taxis used to run it. But again, it wasn't very energy dense. So whilst it was very cheap, like, I think even now it's harder to find now, but even now it's like 50 cents a litre or whatever. The tanks aren't very big, and you have to fill up a lot as a result. Good morning, AlphaTuri. How you doing? How's the week treated you so far? It was a popular mod for taxis, at least in Sydney. When I was like, 10 or so, there were a lot of taxis were auto gas. Now, not so much.
Turn right.
I want to get back in the E-Type.
You have arrived at your destination.
The F-Type's fine, but it's no E-Type. Surely it's better for you though, and in terms of like as an actual employee driving them. I would imagine they'd be slightly easier to handle than a diesel, but maybe I'm wrong. Fair enough. Well, that answers that then. Well, I mean, that's the next big thing in trucking, I would imagine. I'm just surprised, like, electric trucks I'm neither here nor there on. You know that I've got a bit of a bias towards kind of moving towards electric propulsion. I'm surprised they don't put up, like, like train power lines above the highway so you don't have to run your truck off of a battery. So it's like a trolley bus, that's the term. But it would be a trolley truck. Like, I think the electric delivery vans make perfect sense. Because I think trying to reduce, like, even from, like, if you just remove climate change entirely from the equation, reducing the amount of, like, pollution in the city, I think is an absolute win. I'm not as sold on, like, electric semis, because, like, I don't think you need a battery. Like, it's a lot of materials in that big battery you've got in that semi-truck. When I don't know if you need it in the same way as, like, the Ford Transit might. We're talking about electric vehicles if you hadn't noticed, AlphaTauri. Turbo diesel i6s specifically. Is this in the trucks or just in general, in life? In trucks, okay. Why would you want a big V8 in your truck? Surely you'd only want turbo diesels. For all that torque, all that pulling power. Unless it was like a diesel V8, which must exist somewhere. Actually, I think... No, they had a... Volkswagen had a diesel V10 in their Touareg. I imagine the V8s would still be a very long stroke engine, like the diesels, to get all that torque behind it, right? Just check if we've done any tuning to this car. Yeah, well, yeah, the 18 speeds would definitely help a lot. Ah! Okay. We're just gonna duck up here real quick.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route.
$18 speeds. I couldn't imagine dealing with 18 speeds. I mean, I feel like an open-piped anything is going to sound good, right? Or a straight-piped anything is going to sound pretty good. Okay, we'll leave it at 6. Good, got nice and big. Nope, don't like the look of that. Or that, for that matter. Back to that. We've got race springs, we've got that. We don't have this, though. I could do that. Yeah, it's very like, oh my goodness. Welcome back, Kat. Congratulations on your return. I knew you would. I knew you could. We were all desperately worried, but desperately confident that you would return. A weird kind of dichotomy. Okay, what's that diff doing? That's not good.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Oh yay, a dirt road.
In 400 meters, turn left.
This is definitely what the E-Type was meant to do. Just fang it down a dirt
Turn
road.
left.
Yeah, that's... I used to... I think I've mentioned in Horizon 2 when I first played it, I used to only play in the cockpit view. I can't remember particularly why, that's just what it was. And that meant that I would never,
400 meters.
almost ever use
Arrive at
the
your destination.
the cam upgrade because it would cause the rev limiter to just be like, "Blah, blah, 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 can't do it." And
You
I
have
wanted
arrived
the
at your
tachometer to
destination.
like actually work, so I couldn't do that. Also meant I didn't really engine swap the cars, because that wouldn't work either. Jag. Gee, Wolf was having a bit of trouble there at the time. On the straight six, power up! It'd be so weird just driving around Mexico and then all of a sudden an illegal street race drives past led by an E-Type. That would be very cool. I thought it was only the XJS that had the V12 in it. I didn't realize one of these bad boys had a V12 in it. I'm not super surprised, but I just didn't know. I wonder if that was to try and compete with like the Aston Martin DB5 and what have you of the time. It is a very good looking car. I always forget how like upright the windshield is. It's a very upright windshield. One of these days, Shadow, I'm gonna try and win the lottery. I'm gonna make that game. The Forza Horizon clone with mod support. And custom service. But that is a way off, because I haven't won the lottery yet. Oh, that's right. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown came out this week, didn't it? Not sure what I want to... if I actually want to have a look at that or not. Like, I didn't mind the beta that we tried a couple of months back now. But the fact that it's always online, I'm not a huge fan of that. And apparently it has been causing a lot of troubles in terms of server logins and stuff like that. Like, in my ideal world, you'd be able to have, like a BMG lobby, right? Where you can just kind of go a little bit bananas with the cars and stuff. Do I not have a Jaguar XJ? This must be fixed post-haste. Light detour. Chat, we are not going to the accolades, we're going to the world map. And right over here.
In 400 meters.
I mean, all you do is just move the seat further back somehow.
Turn right.
You'd have an even more cap backwards design.
Calculating route.
It'd be like that meme. I think it's from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure of all the different people like kicking the engine in, kicking the person on the ground. Except it's just you guys around kicking an engine. Buy and sell. Auto show. You up. Wait, is that not an XJ? Is that the only XJ? I swear there's an XJ in this game, isn't there? Where there is. Am I just being daft? Yeah, an XJ220. That's right? XJ220? Yeah, because I think I've got the 220S. Interesting. That is disappointing. I must have seen it in a season and I just... Maybe I got sick or something and I just ended up getting it. Well, that is a real letdown. That's alright. Is what it is, I guess, ultimately. We got the Jaguar, so it's not all bad. I mean, imagine if we didn't have the Jaguar and also didn't have that either. Just game over. Alright, let's go do this other race. I feel like driving a Porsche for some reason. Specifically, a Singer. Where was it? This one. Let's go! Let's go to this. It's definitely become my favorite supercar in these games.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I think it was probably one of the first cars I ever drove in a game. Because it was in Need for Speed 3, I think it was, that I had.
Turn right.
But, in Horizon 2, I really got behind it as well. Because it was different. It was a little bit funky, a little bit different, a little bit weird.
Turn right.
And if you know anything about me,
200 meters.
that's kind of my thing.
Turn sharp left.
I think that's part of the reason why I like Windows Phone so much. I really like the look of it, but also it wasn't that common. Yeah, quirky fox with a bit of quirky cars and some quirky engines. I'd be a mechanic's worst nightmare in that sense. Maybe that's also why like Facebook Marketplace is so keen on giving me ads for imported like super hatchbacks, or like not hot hatches and micro cars, hot key cars. Probably a more accurate term.
400 meters. Turn left.
Hey, my engine has like bifurcated. Is that normal? Yeah, that's standard
Turn
practice.
left.
The thing is, it probably wouldn't just be a V4. I'd probably try and put it in upside down for some reason. So it's more like an A4. Don't know why. But we did, so what are you gonna do?
In 400 meters. Turn left.
I feel like an I-12, we can all definitely kind of guess the reason why they don't exist anymore. If ever. Because it's too damn long.
In 400 meters. Turn right. Turn right.
I'd make it a V12, but it's the opposite of a boxer engine. So instead of having two camshafts, it's got two crankshafts and one camshaft in the middle for all 12 pistons.
In 400
Just so
meters. Turn right.
I will at the very least live on an infamy as an absolute mad lad.
Arrived at your destination.
Also, it's front-wheel drive, just because no one would do that with a sensible mind. But why not? Let's have a bit of torque steer in our lives. Okay, so we've got the VTEC. We've got a few options. I think the 99 Dodge, as suggested by Shadow, is probably the best choice. Before we start, we'll run some ads so then we can just do the race. So we'll do that now. Mad Scientist mode, best mode. I'm just gonna get my bottle. I'm sure we're all happy to hear that my finger is not quite as just aching as it was. Maybe that's what I could do for the next stream game. Why am I starting? I just said I wouldn't. That's a lot of dodges, by the way. I could do automation, perhaps, for a little bit. A couple of automation streams. Maybe have a look at the campaign for automation. We've never done that. I don't think anyone has really had a look at the automation campaign. Visit to JMS HQ. Back when I haven't touched automation in literal, probably at least a year. If not longer, have I meaningfully like actually played automation. But when I first picked it up, my thing was as small as possible, but as much power as possible. So I was big on like the 3-cylinder engines. We're gonna get a lot of 3-cylinder engines with an enormous turbocharger, and we're gonna get like 1,000 horsepower out of this bad boy, and just absolutely send it. The last time I played it, what I ended up doing was like looking up engines online, like looking up what is it, 2.5, 3-liter 4-cylinder that Mercedes makes that puts out like 300 kilowatts, and just copying like the specifications on it, like the stroke, the bore, compression, all that kind of stuff, to try and mimic it in the game. I think it came out alright, if I remember correctly. But now they've got a lot more fuel types, so that would probably be a bit easier these days. Are we all Dodgers? Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna have to do some upgrades to this afterwards. Can't all be wearing the same outfit. Man, if I knew Blender, I would be unstoppable. I would be unstoppable if it wasn't for all the tired sleepy. I'd make my own Chow stuff. I wouldn't have to worry about asking people for help in that sense. Now I could be like, I want to make Zhao look like I don't know, a Jedi. Get some Jedi robes on him. Too easy. Need some fatter tires and some stickier tires in this thing. Maybe some race suspension as well. I don't like how the tachometer and the speedometer are not level with each other. Not a fan. I really should. Like, you're not the first person to tell me this now, Alex, because I've been telling me this for literally 10 years at this point. Ever since I started university, I was like, I should learn Blender in the holidays. Never did. I blame partly the fact that Blender is very different to the CAD systems that I've used before. All of the CAD 3D modeling systems I've used are very like dimension based. You know, this is 10 centimeters long by 30 centimeters tall by 15 centimeters deep or whatever. Whereas Blender seems to be a lot more kind of vibes based, not quite as empirical, not quite as like dimensioned, it seems. Maybe I'm just kind of projecting on it. I mean, if you knew Blender, you could do an official truck if you knew it well enough. I'd want it to be that, was it West German? The very short truck that would sit underneath a semi-truck, a semi-trailer. It was like really short. I mean, it probably had terrible visibility as a result. It looked almost like the trucks you see at airports that pull the planes around, except smaller. It was really quite impressive. And very sci-fi. Okay, let's take this to the garage and make it a bit better. Look, the primary thing I would do if I knew Blender, I'd work on this more. I would also, I'd also like make animatics and stuff. There we go, I think that's a little bit better. Like I'd make animations with the boy. Short films or whatever. Really flesh out the world. Hey, let's get some custom upgrades. Wait, is there a body kit for this? Ah, well. Let's put a diesel in it. Nothing says a Dodge Viper like a V8 diesel. Okay, maybe we'll give the diesel a miss. But I will put a spoiler on it. I have been trying to get back into sketching, and I have done a little bit of it. Though I need to learn how to actually sketch people, things, furries, whatever. I was never able to... I was always more of a car or a inanimate object kind of designer, sketcher. I never really could or did do folks. But I would like to learn how to do that. Because, again, I mean, I don't know why. Probably because I'm a little bit obsessed. Everything comes back to the channel. I would like to draw some more emotes. Also, let me take you a little bit behind the kimono real quick. Let me show you a peek into, well, firstly, why I'm even here, and secondly, the kind of the boys, as it were. So as you know, Jow 1.0 and the cover image Jow is from a program called Hero Forge. I've made a few kind of Jow equivalents on Hero Forge. With like different poses. Mostly just exploring different things. But yeah, there's a little bit of material to work with in terms of other people for the Jowverse. But yeah, there's a little bit of material. It's just a matter of giving them names. As you may have noticed, they were all called Hero, because, well, I didn't give them names. Lightning McQueen Red. I mean, and strictly there is a second character in the Alan Wake 2 cover image that I have. If you look carefully... Hold on, we're just going to go a little bit further behind the kimono to the cover image channel. We got a second character here. That was partly because I didn't have a lady character to put over Saga. So necessity is the mother of OC creation.
In 100 meters, turn left.
The gearbox may have been a good decision. A bit late now. We do have 6 gears, so it's not terrible.
In 400 meters, turn right.
I would like to get any art of my... Well, firstly, I would like to get a ref sheet of my OC, but I just don't firstly have the money, let alone... I would like to actually do it myself, to be honest. And I forgot a diff. Well,
Turn right.
we're heading back, guys. That's an incredibly long first gear.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route.
Okay, let's get a diff on this bad boy. Make sure we actually get the power down. Possibly a gearbox. Seven-speed gearbox. Yeah, this is not helping. It is helping it look cooler though, so... Swings and roundabouts, I guess. I did exhaust upgrade? Yeah, let's take that off. We'll put this on instead, right? That on instead. It's always hard getting stuff out, right? Hoping people read it, and then putting it out and like, well, no one did. And then also knowing, well, the only way that people are going to read this is if I keep going. But I don't want to keep going because no one's read it so far.
Turn left.
That's a bit more reasonable now. We only go to 130 in third gear this time as opposed to 200.
right. Turn right. In 400 meters, turn left.
I don't know, I was gonna say that. I mean, I've got so many things I need to do. I want to, well, slash want to do. I want to do more drawing. I want to do more photography and actually post it somewhere.
In 400 meters,
I want to do more things on the stream to actually make it worthwhile. Like finally add a noise to the subroutine, so Inadequate doesn't just keep subbing with no kind of reward in air quotes. Ugh. Yeah, we look pretty steezed up. So as always, we did go for more of a handling build than anything else. I don't know how useful that will end up being. Because, seems like everyone else went for a bit more of a speed build. It turned out it didn't work out too badly. We're not too much slower than everyone else. So I'm just gonna quickly turn on VSync. I don't know if that's on or not, but I'm seeing things that make me think it maybe isn't. It is on. Like just the lines on the, you probably can't see it through compression and stuff, but the lines on the misting lines in the rear windshield are not playing nicely. Come on, Wolves. Throw. Take a dive. That'll do. Winner. I was actually trying to push him off the bridge. But just being in front is enough. Hey, this is where we might come into our own. Oh, that's impressive over there. I don't think I've seen that before. Oh, that must be the pyramids, I guess. Maybe? No, it's the stadium. Okay. That's right, they've got a new maze in the stadium? Or is that coming No, I think that's that now. But does it get unlocked later in this month?
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. Arrive at your destination.
Make them something. Punky Cane. For some reason that, as you may have noticed, just evoked Michael Caine in my mind. Maybe make him a cockney gangster like Michael Caine. Often was in the movies. Well, it sounds like you've got one fan. It's kind of hoping my handling prowess might come to the fore here a bit more, but far it hasn't. It's not as much as I would like it to. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, they are the default A class, I guess. Whereas the others maybe not so much, but it is weird. The 2+2 fastback, I was tempted by that one. Fond memories of Midtown Madness, I think? Driving that car around. At least in the demo, if I remember correctly. Probably not going to help the lap time too much. But we have kind of gotten in a bit of a groove. And getting around this pretty quickly. Then again, I mean, you're pretty good at tuning things, Shadow. I feel like I'm surrounded by people that are very good at this game. Like yourself, quite good at the game. Acer, also quite good at the game. Insomniac, also very good at this game. And here I am, I'm just fine. Just vibing. Just happy to be invited. I'm not sure why that is. That was ages ago now. Well, we didn't do too badly. I think I came third. I think I was at a 3 though, but still. No, the last community night was good. That is a good car. I do like that. So I got the Evo. Don't particularly want to do the off-road. Let's see if we can do the event lab for once. That's the kind of audience member I need more of. Now, I quote the person who's just like, I like it when the FOPS does stuff. I do not have an opinion on their relative skill. Because, not much in the way of, like, great strats coming out here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're in your, AMG whatever. Again, not surprising. Excuse me. We could break out the Citroën. Oh, excuse me. The week is catching up with me, mate. Let's go to Citroën. Get a bit of French style in our lives. Oui, oui, ooh la la. Je ne sais quoi. Escargot. Baguette. Etc. Etc. As you can tell, very cultured. Yes. I need to do that again. It's been a while since I've thrown the next batch up. There's a Vod-mander YouTube channel, which is a compilation of most of the streams. But I'm not very good at remembering to do it. It's not automatic. I don't know if there's a way to make it automatic, because obviously Twitch and YouTube are kind of competitors. So I imagine YouTube doesn't make it super easy for them to do. And Twitch doesn't probably want people leaving for YouTube super easily if they can avoid it. So it's something that you have to do yourself. And if you don't do it within a month of the stream, it doesn't exist as a VOD. And that happens pretty regularly. Please do. I think it should be on, like, I don't know if Clipmander Jow has like a channels page. It might. Somehow Vod-mander Jow is my most subscribed to YouTube channel with 9 subscribers. Don't know how. I mean, I know the Commander Jow YouTube video wouldn't have any subscribers because there's no videos on it. I think the only videos I've got on there that are unlisted currently are like, I think I did 1 or 2 for church. And then some stuff I did back at uni. But if I ever got around to giving, like, not quite a lecture, but like, I don't know what I'd call it, a TED talk or whatever, on, I don't know, cameras or whatever, on here, then I'd probably try and, like, separate that and put it on Commander Jow YouTube channel as a separate video. I do have aspirations of doing that, I've just never gotten around to, like, organizing it properly. Doing some sort of, hey, I really like cameras, and now I'm going to hold you down and teach you about them. So, get excited. The other really annoying thing, actually, about exporting things to YouTube is that they don't export sequentially, in that they don't export by date or whatever, so in the beginning I didn't really put a date to them. So there's a lot of them which are just very out of order. So now I've been trying to remember to put, 11th of the 6th, 24 stream title. Because they just kind of get thrown off the Twitch servers at YouTube in whatever order they come out at. Well, I'll have to make sure I export the more recent ones tonight. We're definitely due for another export. In fact, I feel like we've been due for a while now. I've definitely missed some. This is a fine map. I wouldn't say it's great. Yeah, I would like to do one again. I just haven't had time to think about it / organize it. Maybe Halloween, or like October. First week of October, maybe. I do have aspirations of, and I have asked Scribbly Noodle, but I just haven't like followed him up, and that's my fault. To like record a kind of Sunday style promotional video for a community night. That would be for one in Forza specifically. Sure, why not? Let's get another emote. And 3 stars in it. Can't be bothered to do any of that. Let's go back to Mexico. I think, like, I wouldn't be against Chained Together as, like, a community thing. But I don't know... I'd want it to be something that a lot of people own. Right? And I mean, firstly, I'd have to pick it up myself. So things like Forza Horizon work quite well because it's kind of a mainstay of the channel firstly. So a lot of people are watching it and therefore probably own it. Own it themselves. Another one that would be great would be something like The Crew 2. Where you could do like a cross America, what is it, the Gumball Rally or whatever? From LA to New York, you could do a thing like that. That could be kind of fun. Oh dear. Sorry guys, I am yawning so much. I don't think I'm going to be on for too much longer. It is really something to think about. No, wait. That's better. Definitely something to think about. I don't know if I'd want to do a vlog. I think I'd want to like do almost like a photo story kind of thing. Because I think that's the most realistic way that I would end up at a con or whatever. It'd be me taking photos and stuff like that. Because I need that. My camera is my it's kind of like my safety blanket. I need that thing in my hand, gripped in my hand, in my right hand, by my waist. Otherwise, I just do not feel as confident. But that gives me an excuse to be there. And I feel like I kind of need one, at least in my mind. Gender's gift! Oh my goodness, sorry. I don't know if I'd want a fursuit hug. Like, I imagine they're very soft, don't get me wrong. But it would also be a little bit... I don't know. Would that be something I enjoy? I don't know. Like, I'm not really a hugging person. I'm a little bit better than I was. I was very much a kind of... No, you stand over there and I'll stand here and we'll shake hands perhaps, but otherwise let's not get too close to each other, thank you. But I think I'm getting better at that. At not being quite as, for lack of a better term, autistic. But I'm still very much, I don't know, uncertain about that. Oh, excuse me, guys. The week has suddenly just decided to crash into my life. Ow. Oh, what's the interior of this thing? Doesn't look super French. I've seen Frencher looking cars. Yeah, I mean, that would be very helpful. I'd also... I mean, I've said it before, and I'll almost certainly say it again whenever this topic comes up. I don't actually know what I'd do there. Which is partly why I'd want to bring the camera with me. Because, I don't really know anyone who would be there, I don't think. I'm sure you can make one of those. Or you can just carry around a clipboard. Because I feel like conventions are very much a thing for people to see, like, friends again, right? And obviously there's got to be an element of making friends too. But I just don't know how I'd go about doing that last part to do that first part. Making friends to meet friends at another convention. I mean, that would be a pretty killer party, in my opinion. Inadequate. I'd be down for some Mario Kart for sure. I'm not very good at that. I basically only play it at other people's places. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten the full boost in Mario Kart. Okay, so the Evo's making an appearance tonight. I don't think anyone will have a reason to get into my personal space, though. Like, I don't have a suit or anything like that. There's no reason why someone would come up and hug me, I don't think. This was maybe not the best card to choose for this. Does sound nice though. Homemade chips. I don't think I've had my homemade chips in forever. I think Mum maybe used to make them, but then we pretty quickly, just for convenience sake, moved into like frozen chips and stuff. Yeah, so these were cooked with love, but not made with love. Might be relaying this full in just a little bit. I ran into him, I'll let him go. He says as he pulls away, it's so easily time and funny. Surprise, idiot. Meat and potato pies and some chips. I have to figure out what I'm doing for dinner tomorrow night. I mean, I know that's like 20 hours away. But I have no... I've got fish and chip. I've got fish. No chip. So I need to figure out what I'm doing. Why are my eyes so, like, elevated tonight? Wow. The highest of highs to slightly less so. Back in Void for a little bit. No, I get that for sure. That's why I do the patented Jow cooking Sunday. So I'll cook all of my meals on Sunday. Like I'll cook 4 batches, 5 batches. That's 4 or 5 nights worth of stuff. I just don't have to worry about it later. Hell yes. Hey, so the Evo is apparently pretty good, seeing as literally everyone is using it, basically. The majority of people in this lobby are using an Evo 95. Ooh, a cheese sauce. How intriguing. going a little bit squirrely. Luckily got to that. Wow, we lost a lot of players actually. Strictly you ran into me, Grace. I wonder if we lost the other Evo, the 90s Evo. By Evo I meant Supra. Well, I'm no longer not coming last, but the last person in the lobby now. Okay, so it's definitely not just, you know, 2-minute noodles then. By Supra I meant Corolla, yes, Wasabi, thank you. By Corolla I of course meant Civic, because I'm out here trying to steal some DVD players. It is wild when you think about the Fast and Furious franchise, how it's gone from a undercover cop trying to stop people from stealing DVD players to basically the Mission Impossible team saving the world from nuclear Armageddon every film or so, featuring cars. Like, it's a real change of career, you know? Yeah, they drive across buildings now. Oh, they do so much. And it's still all about family, though. That's the most important part. We can't forget that. Ultimately, they are family films. About family. Oh, family. No, that's not quite family. Family. I don't know how to do a Vin Diesel accent. Family. I don't think I've seen any of the new Fast and Furious films, actually. I saw the first one. I don't even know if I've seen Too Fast and Too Furious. Too Fast, Too Furious, sorry. I've seen Tokyo Drift, but I don't think I've seen any of the other ones. I'm just disappointed we don't have spoof films anymore, because they would have a field day with Fast and Furious. Yeah, you need another Hot Shots, but with, like, you know, in the Fast and Furious verse. Which I think could be very... I mean, it'll be so easy to take the piss or lampoon Fast and Furious. It's like seconds away from doing it itself. Ow, ow. Ow. But it is wild just seeing how that franchise has evolved to, I guess, try and stay relevant. Because I guess by some measures you could say that they have become like superheroes. In the same way that like, Batman and Iron Man are superheroes. Well, I'd like to say it'll be a bit more serious than the Fast and the Furious. It would also paradoxically probably involve less cars. Well, from what I hear, he gets good reviews. Ow. There you go. No, of course not. And that's the kind of unbiased opinion that we need in this company. You're hired, Shadow. Norm, too. Supra 10,000 horsepower 627 is driving an Evo. For shame, Supra 10,000 horsepower 627. For shame. Drink time. I'm gonna be honest, guys, this might be the last race for tonight. I'm really feeling it. Oh, sir, you picked the wrong Lancer, I think. I think the Evo 395 is the one you meant to pick. I mean, A for effort. Six stunt though. Excuse me. No, it's 10,000 horsepower Supra 627. Oh, sorry, Supra 10,000 horsepower 627. Yeah, like the neck might be a bad place to get bitten. The eye, if they could pull that off, that would be pretty rough. I think my car's the coolest car in the lobby. Not that I'm biased. But, not the fastest. That is pretty safe to say.
I'm on power, baby.
Well, Supra 10,000 horsepower 627 has caught up. They're now in third. I may not have been lying about that supercar. Yeet. Yeah, we beat someone. I mean, we both know why. That's because you and Norm are there. I've always said you're like the 2 year 9 boys at the back of the science class or whatever. Sweet and innocent. Yeah, alright. A likely story. The void! Who is online currently that we could raid to? Not a huge amount. I do want to raid someone. You can't just finish. That's just not cool. I don't know if I can trust these faces. I feel like the evidence would indicate that you're sometimes a little bit sus. What's this fool like? He's an Australian. A pretty good start. Thank you. You too. Enjoy your handmade chips and what was it? The meat and potato pie. Guys, it shouldn't be this hard for me to choose who I'm rating. You know that. But it is. It do be. Could raid Mixie, I guess. They're doing art. It's just a pretty quiet night in terms of people that I want to raid, or would be kind of synergistic to raid. Maybe Rough Raccoon. They are just starting out, or they have just started. Do you have an ad first, though? So maybe not. Look, let's just raid Mixie. That's an easy choice. I need to actually make a decision for once in my life. Like, I would raid the Australian guy, but I'm just unsure if they're going to be chill or not. They do say chill in their tags, though. What the hell? Let's hope they are chill. Who dares wins, right? Alright, I will see you again in 20 hours' time. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Chat, it has been a pleasure to have you as always. I will see you here in 20 hours for some Alan Wake 2. I hope you have a good start to your weekend. If you want to keep abreast of when that stream is, drop a follow, of course. Otherwise, check out my Twitter, Blue Sky, or Threads for updates on the stream and when it will happen. And my other things. My Instagram, TikTok, and Clip Manager YouTube channel for previous clips of the previous streams. And of course, have a gander at the Discord to come and say hi. Hello, it's me. I'm in the Discord. Oh, I'm gonna go sleep. I know it's not very exciting, but that's just frankly what's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to playing more Alan Wake 2 tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to you being there for it. I will bid you adieu now. Let us go say hi to Terwathion X and hope they are chill. Alright. Cheerio. God bless.
Commander Joe with a raid. Let's go. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. We're just checking out the new hide and seek in Forza Horizon 5. Joe raid. Daniel, can we get a shout out to Commander Joe? / shout out and then username. Dan, come on, be nice to the Raiders, dude. Be nice